Thiago, and I am stubborn. I've heard that from many people. I have debated them after that for hours, and I'm willing to debate anyone there. I can prove you that I'm not stubborn. But then, it did make me think about it, because like, it sounds like something bad, right? I'm so stubborn. But then I thought about the whole history of humanity. I thought, I don't think it's the smarts or creativity or thinking out of the box that brought us where we are. I think it was sheer stubbornness. Really, just imagine. Imagine there's two cavemen catching up on each other. I'll show them to you just a second. I'll bring them here. Wait, sorry. It's a bit overwhelming for them. Let's just then look into the past. There's this guy called Trog, and he's banging rocks in the corner. This is how they look. And then comes his buddy Grog. Hey, what's up? What you doing? I'm trying to develop a technique to sharpen this crystalline stone with this harder stone, so that we can use this sharp object to cut the hides of animals and cover our bodies and protect ourselves from the elements. What in a mammoth's butthole are you talking about? You're missing the fight for the tribe leader. Amrog is gonna destroy Urod. No, you don't get it. I'm almost there. I just need to try a little bit more. How long have you been doing this? They didn't have words for numbers yet. Whoa! 4 sons? Oh, I translated the word. No, moons. What? And then we have things to do. We have tools like this that makes our life easier. This whole thing was to prove a point. But really, it's of all the things that we take for granted, and go far back in the past, I'm not talking about electronics and things like that. Just imagine the first person who looked at a bunch of horses. Let's say maybe they were hunting the horses. And there was one guy in the tribe, and they were all getting ready. They surrounded the horse, and one guy said, I'm gonna climb on it. Did you see it? Do you know what it's capable of? Why would you climb it? What can you gain from climbing? How do you come up with those things? Why? You're gonna break your leg, and then we're gonna have to throw you off the cliff. The gods will be pleased, but I'll miss you. You have half your life ahead of you. You're only 15. I think we can do it. But then what do you do? Like, I guess I pull it to the sides when I want it to go to a direction. Why would he go in that direction? Are you basing this whole stunt on an assumption that if you pull his head, he's gonna go in that direction? Can you imagine when the guy proved the other guy wrong, how good it felt? That's why I am stubborn. One day I'll prove someone wrong and I'll feel amazing. And this kind of things that, wow, all this path that humanity had to tread to arrive where we are now, with a lot of comfort, a lot of things that we have available for us, and we can even complain about, oh, the food here is not as good as the food where it come from, because we have it there, it's easy. You didn't have to kill for it, some of you. And this kind of thing makes me think, what would happen if you take everything you have for granted away in a post-apocalyptic scenario? Feels very current, right? Global warming, wars, TikTok. and I have to admit, I literally told my therapist that I think a lot about the post-apocalypse. And he said, interesting. I hate when he says interesting. I feel like I'm a scientific experiment. That's it. Interesting. And it's online, so I cannot peer on his nose. Like, are you trying to look at my nose through the monitor? No. You are. You are. But back to the post-apocalypse. Every year, for 4 years now, I go on a long bike trip. And that gives me a lot of time with myself. A lot of time with myself. I think about everything. I get tired of my company, but that's fine. And you're there on your own, taking care of yourself and surviving the road. And you do think like, I think I could handle the post-apocalypse. I think I can survive, right? I think I can. And I'm riding and thinking that. And speaking of riding, I've noticed something. I became self-aware of a problem that I have. Maybe some of you also have that. There's a long straight road that I cycle through the Philippe Dion Park that I get very much in my head thinking this kind of things. And I become not aware of what my face is doing. I think I look more or less like this. That's what I think I am. And one day, just random person passed by me and she was looking like this. Where's? And then I paid attention to what my muscles were doing in my face, and it was a little bit like this. I was drying my teeth on the wind. Unaware of it, and it felt good for some reason. Back to me surviving the post-apocalypse. So I park my bike by a McDonald's, I get in, I struggle choosing the option with all the sauce for the fries, and I sit down eating my fast food and thinking, yeah, I think I can survive. I have the skills. Oh, but wait, agriculture. I cannot even keep my basil alive. How can I outlast something if I cannot keep a basil alive for 1 week? Maybe I can hunt them, and then I'm like, I'm vegetarian. It changed the whole thing at post-apocalypse. Like, will I still be a vegetarian? I guess duel to the death, and whoever eats the other first. And I think, okay, I'm crafty and hands-on, and I can maybe pick up some Coca-Cola cans and make up a Coca-Cola can armor. It's readily available, we have trash everywhere, why not? But the problem is, what if I'm walking through the suburbs of an abandoned town and I face on the other side a guy dressed up in a Pepsi can? You know it right then, right now, we're going to look at each other like, we have to fight. It is a duel right there. But what might happen is, because the world will still be complex, is we're there fighting to the death, and then walks in a very excited guy with a Yumbo Pula armor. and then we just stop and look at him and like, see that guy? And then we just kill him, because why? One final thing is that when I started writing ideas for this, I used Google Drive and I put the title, I wanted to write stand up and a date. And when I look back, I had written stand up. I'm like, stand up? It's like, be more like Stan. I'm like, wait, who is this Stan guy? And I started to fantasize. Probably I was biking thinking about it. And I started to imagine, maybe the Stan guy is the opposite of the man up. He's against toxic masculinity. He's not afraid of being vulnerable. He listens to people. He is honest with his feelings. He's just nice and gentle. I think we should all stand up. I will prepare to leave the stage because I found out this is being the first time. I don't know the techniques around the staging. I just found out that when you're near the end of your set, singing blinks a light in Morse code. And the only thing I can think of is I'm a scout in a warship. We are under the radar. We are in the dark at dawn, ready for attack, and the ships are notifying each other of this. We're almost out of time. The other ship has to go there and do the thing. And to that, I'll say, thank you, good night.